be here.
Somebody's gonna show up eventually.
I had more people click in to watch the live last night after it was over than when it was on.
No, I actually knew you were gonna go live, but I don't know. I still can't figure out what was wrong with my microphone and all that stuff yesterday.
There was a short between the chair and the keypad.
There was a short somewhere. Something wasn't right.
It was all your fault.
That is correct.
That is correct. Where?
Well, so is Colt in bed already?
Oh yeah. He's laying down watching his show.
Oh, there you go.
Laying down watching this show. He's eating his popcorn and he's getting ready.
Hi, Sheena. How are you?
Where's my coffee cup, John?
It's actually on the kitchen counter right now. It needs to be wrapped, packaged, and mailed to you.
It better be.
No, it will. No, hey, if I told you I'm gonna send you a cup, you're gonna get a cup.
You told me last year you was going to send me something else, and you didn't.
Hey, look, I forget things.
I send you gifts all the time, John.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, I'm very aware that you send me gifts all the time.
We would send Miss Donnie a meat muffin poster.
What the hell's a meat muffin poster? Oh,
me, a picture of me on a poster.
You probably like that.
I mean, I didn't even know how to react to that posing in the greenhouse. I mean,
first time you seen muscles, John?
Did I really see muscles?
Oh yeah.
You don't see them on there.
You seen biceps, thighs of your thighs?
I saw very big arms. I don't know if it was muscular arms. I saw big arms. Okay, there's a difference between a muscular arm and just a big. Hi, Colt. How are you?
Good. So, Mr. John, your big muscles.
Wait, come see, Cassie. This side.
No.
Show him.
No.
Ask him if your muscles are squishy.
Yeah. Oh, which one you got?
No, it's all good, all fun.
Oh yeah.
We got Mr. Tony, our cabin in the woods. I hope you are safe there in Oklahoma. From the latest I've seen, Oklahoma's getting blasted right now with tornadoes, especially Newcastle. The southeast of Oklahoma is getting blasted with some tornadoes. So,
damn.
Yeah, Oklahoma's getting blasted right now. So I hope Tony stays safe out there.
Yeah. I haven't watched the news of the weather in months.
Yeah, before I came on the live, I was watching Ryan Hall, or I guess this big news guy, whatever. And yeah, Oklahoma's getting blasted right now pretty badly. So that's the one thing. That is the one thing that I can say of living in New England for 36, 37 years, whatever it's been, is we've never had to worry about tornadoes and any of that stuff.
Same thing here. Southern Florida sun shines in, and they said they're eating pepperoni watching us. It's sliced pepperoni, so they don't get any remarks. That's what.
Oh, hi, Carol. How are you, Carol? Nice to see you. Cheryl, Little Piece of Heaven Farm. Nice to see you, Cheryl. Lark's Homesteadish. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming by. Tracy T Hand 141 Homestead. Robert Homestead Aquarius also is here joining us, and I've mentioned our cabin in the woods, Tony, and wish them all the best of luck there in Oklahoma with all those tornadoes going on.
Scary.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of folks had a lot of fun in that Canadian thing. Did you keep up with that? The
No.
Canadian homesteaders.
No, I haven't been watching. I watched, I think, 7 videos today. I've been out in the blackberries the last day and a half, all day today and half a day yesterday. Almost 12 hours in cleaning up the blackberries, getting them ready to put the stuff, the pine needles down. I didn't get to watch any of that.
Oh, so you're going to use the pine needles as a mulch?
Yeah, yeah, a mulch, barrier, ground barrier to stop the grass from pushing through.
Oh, okay. Okay. Have you planted them already or no?
Yeah, there's the ones in the front of the house. Yeah, they're going crazy. We tried 2 today, found 2 of them that was black. They tart. Ooh, they really tart. I think I need to put the water back to them soon.
What do you mean that? What do you mean? You already
They're not
tried
sweet.
a couple of blackberries
Yeah, we picked some blackberries.
already?
Oh yeah, yeah. We should end up with probably 15 to 30 pounds of blackberries off the plants we have in the front yard this year.
Huh, I
That's
just
just the
planted
start.
I just planted mine 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah, these have been in the ground. It's the 3rd year. Is going to be the 3rd year root canes that are coming off. So the canes from last year, they were small. There wasn't many of them that were real thick, but they got long. It's not an upright cane. It's a vining cane on this
Okay.
variety, sweet cherry pie. So they get long, like 10, 12 feet long. And,
So you don't have you don't have primacanes.
no, not on this variety.
Okay.
The variety I have in the house is sweet cherry, sweetie pies. They're not primacanes. The variety that's planted out of the property right now, which is the Washitas, are primacanes, semi-erect.
Okay.
And then I have
Semi-erect.
right. Then the what is it? Triple Crown is the other 70 something plants I have in the buckets on the side of the house. They're going to be getting planted out there this year, and those are semi erect also. They need
What
some
about-
form of
What
a
about
trellis.
you?
Do I?
What about you?
I'm 100%.
Oh,
Hey, Gardner Josh, how's it going, brother?
Gardner Josh, how are you?
My Alabama Farm Life.
Yes, nice to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in.
Little Piece of
The-
Heaven Farms. Oh shoot, I forgot what you call that with the peppers this morning. The video this morning, they oh shoot, they took 2 different types of pepper plants, cut them, grafted them. They grafted 2 different types of pepper plants this morning in the video.
Yeah, they look. Yeah, that Jetro. He's a pretty clever guy. He's definitely a pretty clever guy. I actually they were live today for the first time
Oh, I
on
missed
their
it.
channel. Yeah, they were live today. They were doing a test because I guess they've never been live on StreamYard. Shut up, you little bastard! I guess my apologies, but the dog is Sushi's going a little. He's excited outside. Yeah, so I guess they've never done a live stream, but I was there.
That's good.
Always guarding and prepping. Good evening. How are you, Teresa? Nice to see you.
That's another 5 pounds. Pastor McQuad is keeping track of your 5 pound words.
Passamaquoddy's keeping track. What did I say that was so bad?
I'm not repeating it, but it started with a B, and you were talking to Sushi.
And since when is that a bad word? It's not a bad word.
It is.
According to who?
You don't make the rules, John. You don't make the rules. You just enforce them, and the rules were made.
Yeah, I know I don't make the rules, but when I was handed the rules to read and go through,
Hold up. There's no rules. Rules are not
was
written.
not in there.
The rules are not written down. You know that.
No,
The rules are not written down.
they're written down over here because they were
good.
explained to me. Robert explained the rules to me very carefully numerous times.
And you still don't understand them.
Well, that word was never once mentioned as a bad word. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That is. Look, your BFF just came in.
Who's that?
Mr. Rich.
Hi, Darlene. How are you? Thank you for stopping in and saying hello.
Yes, thank you.
Who? This guy here. Oh. Hey, Rich. How are you? Hey, Rich, if I drop the link, will you come up here? Because there's a little bit of unfinished business.
He has the link. I sent it to him.
Oh, he does have the link. Oh, okay. Well, Rich, now that all my stuff is working, why don't you come up here to the panel and join me and the Swamp Rat? Come on, Rich.
I think you begging for trouble, John.
I don't think he has the testicular fortitude to actually accept my invitation. Okay.
This is gonna be good. Hey, Angie, you got it just in time.
Who's that? Abundant Acres, Angie. Oh, boy, he's got a sack on him, don't he? Huh.
I ain't scared of nothing.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
How you doing, John? You looking handsome today. Look at you up there all smiley. I'm glad to see you with a smile on your face instead of pointing the middle finger at me.
I've never pointed the middle finger at you.
Multiple times last night on video.
So, what you up to? Actually, I'm not too. Is there something funny?
There's lots of things funny, John. I just don't know where to start.
Your channel, I find your channel pretty interesting. Where you do some pretty unique stuff on your channel, and when exactly did you start on YouTube?
Oh, just a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, some of my content got deleted by grandchildren with overactive fingers.
Oh, okay.
So they don't get to play with my phone no more while it's signed in.
Okay. So now you're on YouTube, and from what I see, you're doing a pretty good job.
Well, thank you, sir.
On YouTube, you know what you're doing in the garden and all that stuff. But my question to you is what makes you think that you can have that personality that you do have on you, where you think you just say whatever it is you want?
Well,
where does that come from?
Well, the last 50 years, ain't nobody been able to beat it out of me yet. I don't suppose it's going to start now, to be honest with you. I've actually toned it down quite a bit for this, John.
Really?
This is pretty mild for me.
Because when this guy first alerted me of you, I'm like, gardening done all wrong. I'm like, yeah, he's useless. He's not useless. I'm sorry. He's like he's he doesn't present any harm. Like, he's like a little butterfly.
That's me, just a little butterfly flapping my gorgeous wings, flittering around
Yes.
from flower to flower, collecting that pollen. That's me.
Sting like a bee.
And you sting like a bee. Is that what you just said? He stings like a bee.
Yep. I don't
Why?
know.
Have you felt his sting?
No, but his first video out the gate stung you pretty well.
Well,
And you,
I try. I'm an equal opportunity stinger. I try to share the love there. What are you drinking there, John?
I am drinking a non-alcoholic Old Milwaukee beer.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm slowing down on the alcohol intake.
Well, I
Dear
hope you don't mind
Rich.
if I have me a Coors Light here.
You, by all means, God bless you. Have 5
Hey,
of
there
them.
you go.
Have 10 of them.
No, thank you. Just a couple will do.
So, Rich, do you know when you decided to join the global gardening and homesteading community? Did you know exactly what you were getting into?
Sure did. I've been watching it for a couple years.
Have you?
I have. I've been
And
keeping
you've
an
been
eye on
paying-
y'all, see what you're up to.
Do you? What does that say right there? Can you read that?
He says, "Will it grow the marsh?" Hey, got my glasses, John.
Well,
It's a tiny
it's not
little screen.
surprising. It's not surprising to me, Rich, that you come across with an attitude like you have.
No, sir. I got no way.
Because you've been hanging around with this guy, apparently, and this guy can rub off on you and be a bad influence. I can tell you that right now.
That guy?
And I don't have to work on you like I did this guy, because I've been working on this guy for years. So don't tell me that I need to counsel you as well.
Council?
Council.
Yeah, counsel. Yeah.
I've got lawyers for that stuff. I don't need that.
In this community, when someone like you,
Like what? What am I like, John?
well,
Now you confused me. I thought I was a nice
because
guy.
because it's apparent to me that you think that you could just get on a video, put that camera to your face, and start flapping your guns and calling out the marshal of all people in one of your videos. Like him, you had every right to go after him, but you don't come after the marshal. You don't do that.
Come after you? No, I just include you in my content. I'm trying to make you famous, John. I'm putting your face out for the people to see. Man, that just sounds unappreciative.
That's not that kind of advertisement's not going to end too well for you, because I've already actually dealt with it, where the video hasn't been released, but I've already dealt with you in a video that's going to be released most likely tomorrow, and hopefully that will give you perspective of exactly who it is that you're dealing with. And I want me and you to be friends, is what I want.
Sure, we can be friends. I just now. Well, what rules did I break? I can't use other creators in my content. Is that the problem we're having here?
No, that's not the problem. The problem is that you. Okay, so that little thing printout that you put in the garden with me sticking my tongue out. What was the purpose of that?
That
I
was
don't
an
think that
oyster,
was your
John.
tongue. That
That was
was
an
the
oyster
big
you barked
oyster.
up.
That
That
was the
was the
oyster
oyster.
you choked on. That was the actual picture from the video, John.
That's where you got that from?
Yep.
Boy, I got to give him an A for creativity. That's pretty creative. That's pretty creative. So when did you meet this guy, Rich?
Couldn't even tell you. It feels like an eternity ago, man.
Trust me, knowing him for 1 week feels like an eternity.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been over a year. I think last year you commented on videos and stuff. It's been a little bit over a year. And then last year during the Shed Wars, we started going back and forth with the email. And then the email got to be bull. So we just started talking on the phone.
Now, Rich, can I ask you an honest, fair question that it's more to curb my my curiosity?
No, John, wearing a kerchief does not make you look more manly. I'm going to stop you right here. You
But
don't
I
have
do
to
like
wear
the
a
hand
kerchief.
tuning. That's a classic. I love it, man. It's awesome. It takes a real man to put one on.
That's right. You're not Marshall Dillon, though. You don't need a kerchief around your neck.
Huh.
You're the Marshall, but not Marshall Dillon. No kerchief.
Okay. Now, back to what I wanted to ask you, Rich. Now, I do watch your channel and your videos that are becoming more familiar with you, and I'm starting to kind of like you, kind of. Not that I do yet, but kind of. I'm a
Do man
Yankee.
crush?
It takes me a long time to actually like someone, but it seems to me that you do a pretty good job gardening and all that stuff. So what possessed you to name your channel Gardening Done All Wrong, if you don't mind me asking?
That's all I've been told for years is I was doing it wrong. Told hydroponics will never work here. I can't do
like you're doing
hydroponics
it
without a greenhouse. I've been told that the way I plant doesn't work. The times I plant don't work. I've been told that all the time. I've been told I'm doing it wrong. So you can't grow over where you're at. Every year I do it.
Oh,
That's where the name came from. So I'm always told I'm doing it all wrong.
so basically, that's a great answer, because my channel, Will It Grow, was pretty much on the same concept that, like, oh yeah, John, you're not a gardener. You're gonna plant this, but it's not gonna grow. Well, okay, will it grow? Let's see. I'll plant it and I'll show you whether it will grow or not. So I like that. That's a great story, Rich. I like that. Gardening Done All Wrong. I like that. Do you ever feel, though? Do you ever feel that kind of name might deter certain new people from, like, oh, if the guy's saying it's Gardening Done All Wrong, then I don't want to either watch or I don't want to subscribe? Do you ever feel that about the name of the channel, Gardening Done All Wrong?
Well, I don't want those kind of people in watching my content anyhow. I really don't care if they watch it or not, if they want to have that kind of attitude. If they want to base what I do off of the name of the channel, then that's not somebody I care that watches it. They want to watch what I do and make the silly mistakes I make and the goofy stuff I do, then great. If they don't, that's fine too. It don't hurt my feelings none.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I feel, I can totally understand where you're coming from with that. Interesting, but I understand where where I come from with that is when I was first introduced to you, and I believe it was Robert, Homestead Aquarius. He's like, oh, this guy Gardening Done All Wrong, and we're sitting there talking at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, Gardening Done All Wrong. Like, who the hell is that? And like, oh, it's this guy, that. And I'm like, thinking to myself, like, who the hell names their channel Gardening Done All Wrong? You know. And then, of course, you know, I went over to your channel. I checked your content out and stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you, I like it. You're pretty entertaining. But now that me and you, within this community, we're going to have times where, you know, me and you are not going to see eye to eye at all phases. You know, and, you know, we're going to have a certain relationship between our two channels where I'm the marshal, you're the participant, you have rules you need to follow, I have rules I need to enforce. So just never forget that. So, I mean, and if you need any advice, you can always contact this guy.
That's right.
Reach out to Danny and say, "Hey, Danny, you know, John's putting an ass whooping on me, and I can't take it." and he will give you the best advice on how to straighten up and get back on path again. He'll do it. He'll help you.
I think you better check that beer again, John. I think there might be a little something extra in that bottle. That's
Some mushrooms or something in there. Huh? 'Cause
I think that went bad. That bottle went bad. You might want to toss that out.
Don't say.
Who do you
say
think's pushing me to put this content out? I said, Danny, is this a bad idea? He said, no, that ain't no bad idea. Bob,
Gotta do
that.
it. Do it.
Yeah, well, the one thing, Rich, like you said, you've known Danny for what, a year now? Well, I've known this guy like going on 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. Whatever he says, most likely you go the other direction.
That ain't gonna work, man.
Okay?
See, I got
Especially when it
to
comes
tell you.
Huh?
See, I ain't no Yankee either. I was born and bred in Mobile, Alabama. We cousins, man.
You were bred?
I just live up in Yankee land now. As Danny so
Who the hell gets bred? You mean raised?
Born and bred. That's when my mama got knocked up and gave birth to me, man. Born and bred, just like the horses and the cows and everything else get bred. That's man.
Angie.
Here,
Bred?
Gina, how you doing?
Okay, that's a new one. I've never heard that term.
Ever heard that? Well, see, it's a southern thing, John.
You think?
It's a southern thing. Yeah, it's a southern thing.
Born and bred.
Yes, sir.
How many people in the chat have ever heard the term of born and bred?
B-R-E-D, bread.
Yeah, I know how to spell it. I know what bread means.
Not like Wonder Loaf.
That's usually for like a cow or bread.
The process pretty much works no matter what species you are, John. It's all the same thing. It does,
right? But being bred is not the actual giving birth of something. It's actually the process that is happening between a male and female to make.
Doesn't have to be male and female, John.
No, in order to make any kind of baby, it has to be a male and a female. Okay, it does have to be.
That works now, apparently.
But that's what breeding. That's what bred is. Bred isn't the actual birth; it's the actual thing.
It's hard to explain when you haven't done it in a while, huh, John?
John, do I need to put out a video on this? How this all works?
No.
You heard of the birds and the bees?
No, I have 2 children, potentially 4.
Oh, 4.
Oh.
I know exactly how the process works. Trust me. I've been at it longer than all of you.
It just works a little different with a kerchief on your neck.
On what? Repeat that.
I said it just works a little different when you wear a kerchief on your neck.
What the hell's a kerchief?
Look it up, Joe. Look it up. Is the little
Okay,
thing you tie
Google.
on you?
What's a kerchief?
According to Wikipedia, courtship is the
According
period
to
wherein some
Wikipedia,
couples
cursive
get to
is
know
any
each other
style of
prior to a
penmanship in
possible
which characters are
marriage
written and joined in a
romantic
flowing
de facto
manner,
relationship.
generally for the purpose of
Courtship
making writing
traditionally
faster,
can begin
in contrast to
after a
how
conclude with the
it
celebration
varies
of
in
marriage.
functionality and modern-day usage across languages and regions, being used both publicly in artistic and formal documents as well as in private communication.
That's not it.
That's what she told me, and Google's always right.
No, Google's wrong. A kerchief is what the old ladies wear in their hair and the funny men wear around their neck.
Like a handkerchief.
Okay, so why don't you just say a handkerchief?
Because it's not a handkerchief.
She
Kerchief.
just said a handkerchief.
She don't know. She's like 30 years old, John. They didn't have that when forever.
Oh, God. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. The
I told her to put pork and cheese to Allie, and she said quarter yeast.
Y'all ruining the flow of this live. Y'all really need to go play somewhere else. I'm not gonna put up with this.
all right, I'm gonna
You
go.
blow your nose in.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check the plumbing real quick.
You're
There's a
gonna
leak.
look at your different. You're gonna look at your rack of kerchiefs.
No, I'm gonna go check the plumbing in the bathroom. There's a leak. I'll be right back.
I don't know,
Vacuum
Danny.
pump-
I don't think he's understanding it.
No, he's not slow. He's like stop.
Backing up.
Backing up. That's right.
Backing
Backing
up.
up.
I'm concerned here.
Go, Rue.
I got 4 kids, maybe. No, you know.
5, 4, 2.
John and Sushi can't make babies.
Why?
What?
Why I laugh?
Oh, let's see who we got in here. I know we missed some people. Moonsprout, we'll give you a shout out. How's it going? Gardner Josh, Lark's Homesteadish, Little Piece of Heaven, Our Cabin in the Woods, Mr. Robert, what is up, brother? South Florida Sunshine, Old Ways Garden and Prepping, and Abundant Acres, Passamaquoddy, My Alabama Farm Life. I think that's pretty
Living
much.
a rogue life. You said that one.
Was that
Living a rogue life.
Living a Rogue Life? Thought I did. It's hard to keep up with it on this side. But yeah. Whew, I tell you what, I got enough of being on the ground and pulling grass. That little tool's cool though. I need to do a video on that.
You do. I'd like to see it.
It's well worth the $16. And look, cheap trick. The Walmart has a hoe for $9. Tractor Supply has just the handle. Because when I bought the little tool, it doesn't come with the handles. Tractor Supply has just the hoe handles for $30. So I had bought 2 of the cheap hoes at Walmart for $9. I just knocked the whole piece off the end, and I started using that. It worked perfect. I'm like, hell yeah, for $9. And it's a wooden handle.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the shape of it is and how that hoe works out.
I'll send you a picture. It works really good in the dirt that's kind of already prepared, to go through it. And it works similar to a hook and crook. But to me, it's easier to work because it's welded in the middle, not off to one side. You can't get, like with the hook and crook, you can dig an edge in the grass.
Yeah.
With the edge of it, you can't do that with this one. But as far as weeding and everything around it for what you paid, the $16 for 2 of them, can't beat it.
Can you find hoes at the honest country for $3?
I need to go, Kenny. I need 3 hoes for $3. I don't know what I'm gonna end up with, but I need them.
Cheap hoes.
Maybe I should invite Kenny up here to the panel as well.
Oh, John. Then you have your 2 man crushes on the screen at the same time.
Oh Lord.
Who would the first one be?
Kenny.
You said two-man crushes. Who would the first one be?
Rich, and then Kenny.
Don't hate me because I'm gorgeous, John. That ain't no way to be. You know what, John? You serious about trying out that pepper sauce? Because I will send it if you'll try it.
Yeah, no, I will. If you're willing to send it to me, I'll send you a bottle of my hot sauce.
It sounds like a plan. I got you a little care package here I'm putting together.
Yeah, no, that would be greatly appreciated. No, I'll definitely try it. Now,
Yeah.
You're not gonna freaking kill me with this shit stuff, are you?
Oh no, you're going to kill yourself. I'm not going to kill you.
He's not going to poison you with it. It's
No,
just a
I'm
What
little-
gonna-
is
I
it?
use it every day.
Is it some kind of extract? What is it?
No, it's just sauce I made out of my own peppers. I grew them, every one of them.
Okay.
It's all right if
completely
you're
homemade
scared,
sauce.
John. If
No,
you're
okay.
scared, with your kerchief, we'll understand.
Oh God, that
Oh, don't be
kerchief thing.
scared. Don't be scared. For the sake of everybody getting along on the channel, you know what? I even got a little something for you I'm going to throw in. I'm going to be down that right along with it.
But oh God, no! Please do not send that crap my way.
I ain't going to drink that shit.
No, me neither. I'll actually empty
Guzzle
out
it.
that Bud Light. I'll actually when it comes to Bud Light, I'll actually empty out that beer that tastes like piss to begin with. And I'll piss in the can, cool it off, and then I'd prefer to drink my own urine than what's in that can.
TMI, John. The kid just said you dumped it out and left it there. Really?
Could have stopped.
You could have just left it there, dump it out, brother. You could have just left it there.
That's how I know you wear a kerchief.
Well, hey, look, Bud Light did it to themselves. I mean,
Yeah, they did it years ago when they switched over and started using cheaper ingredients and made a beer that tastes like horse piss.
that is correct. That is absolutely correct.
It's 30 years ago. It wasn't that bad of a beer.
No,
You taste
I
one now,
remember.
man.
I
had one 5
totally
years
remember
ago.
when I was 15, 16 years old in the middle of the woods drinking some good old cold Bud Lights. And then all of a sudden it's like,
There's banjo music.
what's so funny, Danny?
Hey, John.
Old Warren Beatty and some bicycling shorts come down through there on a canoe.
I'm lost. What are you guys talking about?
Talk about being out in the woods, John.
Yeah, I don't follow. what
I
you
guess
guys
they
are
don't do that up there where you're at.
talking-
Hey,
yeah, I
Carol.
don't think so. So what are you growing right now, Rich?
Oh boy. Well, some onions, obviously. Got some broccoli in, beets, 2 varieties of beets. I got the Detroit Reds and the Chioggia beets, which is a personal favorite. You know what those are? Those are the ones with the red and white stripes inside. It's almost like eating a sugar beet, except for a lot more tender.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 varieties of cabbages. Put in about a 70-foot double row of green beans today. Just put in a new bed of asparagus.
Nice. I just did that. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you about that, John. You know, you sit there in your video and you're talking about how much you covered up, but you really didn't go into detail of that. I'm not sure whether you're how you make the bigger stalks on asparagus. Now, when you initially plant asparagus, you want to always plant a little shallow to begin with because they're weak roots.
Well, that's
And
what I
they don't
did.
have a
Is
lot of strength. You know, they've been mishandled and handled and everything else. So you put 2 to 3 inches on top and let them pop up. When they get a little stronger, though, the more you bury those
I go
plants-
back with more. I go
You
back
got,
with more.
you got that. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about there. I'm talking about asparagus, John.
Yeah.
You know, you bury it up and you bury those roots deeper every
Yeah.
year.
I know. Yeah.
Pretty soon you got that. But if you
Right.
leave that stuff buried at 2 to 3 inches, you're going to have tiny asparagus all your life. It ain't never going to get big.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know that. No,
Oh,
like
well,
right now, all the asparagus is up about, like it's like one shoot per crown is what's coming up, and they're about 4 or 5 inches. Now I'm gonna go back with probably another 3 or 4 inches of compost on top of that, and keep building it for the first year, and then next year until eventually by 2025 I'll be starting to harvest the asparagus.
Yep, that's about right. That's
If they're
about right.
2-year crowns, yeah, about 2025 I'll be but no, I purposely left them shallow for just to get them to sprout and not struggle to get through. But now that they have gotten through, I'm going to keep adding soil or compost to it.
You got to let them get that strength and that energy stored down the roots first. But yeah, after that, you definitely want to bury them deeper, because
Oh,
you're gonna
absolutely.
have some very scrawny,
Asparagus. Right.
pathetic looking asparagus if you don't cover that up. And plus,
That
your
is
chance of
correct.
frost and damaging those roots is going to be higher.
But
Just kind of wanted to point that out before you killed your asparagus off. And 10 years from now, you're just wondering why you had pencil neck asparagus.
No, this is actually, believe it or not, I planted asparagus bed back at my workplace about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. And that asparagus, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's, it's pretty crazy how much asparagus comes out of that bed. So I did it the same way. As I just keep pilling it as it gets older and older and older, and we'll see what happens.
That'll work, John. That'll work.
But now my newest adventure is I want blackberries is what I want. So
Nah, I ain't doing no blackberries. Don't have a good place to put them just yet. I'm still looking for a retirement property. Now, when I get that and could have a permanent place to put them, then I'll mess with that kind of stuff. But before then, I'm just not going to do it. Asparagus, I'll dig that up and take it with me, but I'm not going to mess with those blackberries until then.
yeah, I'm excited about the blackberries. I just planted six plants, and I know Danny right now is messing with blackberries and all that stuff, and
a few.
yeah,
We
like
got 2 or 3 of them
200
myself.
worth. Yeah, a few. It's all stuff. I have a lot of room and options to grow, and a lot of different. Like I just planted 2 plum trees, and they're looking good. They're already sprouting and all that stuff. So I definitely have the room.
Not messing with any more fruit trees either. I had a real nice little peach tree, but every year those little Asian beetle bugs would come in and just, I'd go out one day and say, tomorrow I'm going to pick these things. They're going to be ripe. And I go out the next day and they'd be completely covered in that stuff. And I don't particularly care to cover it with a bunch of pesticide. And when you're getting ready to eat those things, I don't want that on there. So after 3 years of that happening, I cut it down.
Do you write down a log of when your fruits come in and when these beetles supposedly attack it? So maybe you could do a preventative, like netting or type cover the tree from for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
No, I ain't gonna do all that mess. Just not worth it in my book. I'm the only one around that eats peaches. The old lady doesn't eat peaches. Grandkids don't eat peaches. So I chopped her down. She's wood for the smoker now.
Oh, good.
And
Well,
I'll get in there with the bobcat eventually and dig it up, and that'll all be garden spot. Get rid of that grass in there. I'm tired of mowing it. I'd rather grow something I could eat than something to look at.
Got room to mow, you got room to grow.
Amen, brother.
That is correct. I like your train of thought. It's instead of why grow grass, why not grow food? You can't eat the
Grass
grass.
goes fast around here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, especially when Gina Sheena, she can't stay on top of it. It does grow fast.
Yeah, she much rather be in the.
Don't.
At a yard sale, I get it. You don't have to say it. Don't get yourself a joke. She'd rather be yard sailing. I get it. I know.
No, because I asked you.
Oh, is the smack upside the head coming?
She moved. I thought it was. It'd be like the first time you ever hit me is gonna be on TV for real.
Hey, I got smacked upside the head back in January or whenever the hell it was.
You deserve that.
I didn't deserve that.
You did. She looked at me in the video and she's like, "I should have a man like that, John." Smack.
I'm talking about the draft.
Oh, the little coin flip thing.
Yeah, the coin flip thing. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing? It's like, I try to be as fair as possible. I try to do everything correctly, and yet that happens. It's like, what the hell? It's like, man, it's like I don't get a break. It's like, geez.
When you gave her that bean boozle bean, I thought she was gonna slap your teeth out the back of your head.
Yeah, she didn't. She wasn't. Sometimes I pull some shit on her that she's not. She's so vulnerable because she believes anything. She believes everything until she's like, oh no, I learned, and it's like. Somehow I have a way of wording things that.
Shut up, you little.
Shut up, you little. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it because I know Robert's over there writing down. Yep. He said it again. Nope.
He's already got me wrote down several times for the Nutty Buddy. So.
Oh, you think what Robert is doing to you is bad? Wait till
Robert
you see
ain't done nothing to me.
Wait till you
I ain't
see
done
the
nothing to
video
him.
I'm
I
going to
just love
release.
some Nutty Buddies.
Yeah.
Now,
Let's just
talk
say
about that. What rule did I break, by the way? We need to be clear on this because I still want to know that rule. Is that rule don't fertilize my onions, or what are we getting at there? You said I could use product.
the rule is you don't have the right within the community to make fun of the marshal.
Oh, you do.
Make fun of you. I was making you famous, man.
No, you don't. No, that's no. You are not permitted to allow the images of the marshal for your personal gain.
I did that years ago with the Mankini, John. So-
Yeah, and your husband keeps getting suspended and penalized because of it.
I think the phrase is known as a reasonable expectation of privacy or some such.
I don't know. Why don't you
That's
call your
public
lawyer
content
and
to
ask
put
him?
out there. It's
Rich,
free to
call
use.
your attorney and ask him.
I ain't got to call him, man. Oh, shit.
Every
wait up,
single
that's
member, every single member within the community knows best. And all of a sudden here you come and you think that you're just going to go rogue and you're going to go do whatever it is you think is appropriate and acceptable to you. Well, let me tell you something, sunshine. That's not how it works.
You're cute when you're angry, John.
I'm just trying to be fair and give you a straight up heads up warning where it's not too late for you. Like I said, if you need some counseling, we can work together behind the scenes and I will counsel you.
No. I'm going to be
It's
real
not-
honest with you,
I'm
John.
not that-
I would break you. I would break you. Let's not do that. I would break you. And I ain't a cruel person, but I would break you.
Let me tell you something. I'm a Yankee,
I know.
okay? Yankees are tough sons of guns.
Portuguese Yankee at that.
I'm a Portuguese Yankee
A Portuguese.
at that,
Pork and cheese.
okay?
Portuguese
I don't know what that
Yankee.
should. You gotta be Irish. I see Irish in you somewhere.
Dutch.
Irish, Dutch.
Dutch Cherokee Indian.
Dutch, of course. Oh shit.
Shit.
Well, Dutchman, I am Portuguese, 100 full%, full-blooded Portuguese.
Bred and born,
Okay.
right?
No, born. No, he
Born
wasn't bred.
and born,
Well, he
born
might have
and
been bred.
raised. I was bred by
Born and
two
bred by Portuguese. What?
Portuguese people.
Get out of here.
Yes.
I don't know what that came up for.
Rich,
Yes,
my
sir.
piece of advice is look, we are pretty new to each other. We have just met, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that I want to like you and that me and you are going to get along. Okay. I'm giving you the benefit
Sure,
of the
we're going to
doubt.
get along, John.
Okay.
I never thought
Okay.
otherwise.
But I'm giving you a heads up warning that certain things like you did on your video are not acceptable within the guidelines of the community,
So,
especially towards the marshal. If you want to go after
Especially
this
towards the
guy,
okay.
or if you want to go after a little piece of heaven, or you want to go after, I don't know, go after Moonsprout,
who?
for all I care. But you do not come after the marshal because it does not end well for you.
What's going to
Think
happen,
about
John?
Well, the video is going to be released tomorrow. You'll
So what
see
you're
what's gonna
saying
happen.
is, if I have any further videos that need to be released, I need to go ahead and do it tonight.
Mhm.
Oh, no, sunshine. I'll come back at you again and I'll triple what you're gonna get.
That's probably not enough, John. It's not you. You think you're being singled out, but you're not. I'm picking on everybody.
Well, I'm
But only if I like you. If I don't like you, I'm not going to mess with you. If I don't know you, I'm not going to mess with you because I don't know how you react. I think you're a big boy and you can handle it.
He can handle it. He's not a big boy. He's of age. He got like 13.5-inch girl shoulders.
No, we measured.
no. We've measured my shoulders. They're actually 20 inches.
It was the same size as Maya's. We measured it. We have it on the video.
It was on live stream.
Sender, excuse me, Sheena, Sender. I don't recall me talking to you.
Stop. Stop.
I'm sorry. I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to sound rude, Sender, but I don't recall.
Well, you need to raise your hand, and when you need to talk, just raise your hand, and we'll call on you.
Yeah, maybe I'll wait.
Big
Hi.
hand, you have 9.5 inches.
The next time. No, these are 10 inches.
Oh, not 10 inches, huh?
It grew.
Half that
His
is
shoulders-
14 or something. I don't.
His shoulders are 20
Shrinking in the old days.
inches, but his hands are half the. Come on, John. Something's
Yeah.
not adding up. Your shoulders can't look.
Yeah, 10 inches.
But you know how cool you'd look if you had your kerchief on with that pose? Strike a pose. You want, you got it. Strike a pose.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many great people that you could certainly pick on, and it would go a lot further for you, Rich. I mean, look, I could go through this chat. You got Belly Acres, number 3. You got Dirty Carrie and Jilly. You could certainly pick on them. You got Little Piece of Heaven Farm. You got Jetro and Mushroom Tip Cheryl. I mean, the sky's the limit. You could go out after South Florida Sunshine. You could go after her. My Alabama
Well, I'm just
Farm Life.
starting way at the top and working down, John. That's all.
It sounds like you're scared, John, and you're trying to put it off on someone else.
No, I'm
Don't
just
be scared,
trying
man.
to.
I'm not gonna be mean.
I'm just trying to get this guy on the right path because I see a potential that we could actually get along because it seems like he's got personality and it seems like we could get along. And it's since this is our first year meeting each other, that we stay on the same page and we actually like each other. So I'm just giving him a fair chance to not turn out like you. You know, that's all. I think
Let's
that's
turn
pretty
out like
fair.
who?
Like you.
That's what everybody strives to be, John.
Do you know that I actually did the math? Let me
Oh, and you figured out that
let
your
me-
shoulders wasn't 20 inches; they were really 14.
I actually did the math on you, Danny. Or should I say swamp rat? Do you know that from the very beginning, at the time was Shed Wars at the time, and this was like 4 years ago, until now, do you know how much participation you've had within the community of active participation where you were not suspended?
I participated the whole time. It didn't matter if I was suspended or not.
Right, but do you know in total, do you want to know what the number of suspended weeks that you have been for the past 4 years, 4.5 years?
You want to know how much I care, John?
No. What about your teammates? What about your team? A total of you've spent 14 weeks suspended. That is more than the closest person in second place, which is Gardening Warrior Q. 14 weeks you've spent suspended.
Is that like a we throwing down the gauntlet there? Is that a challenge or what is
It's
that?
a challenge for others to beat.
That's the high
Especially like
water mark.
Yeah, you being on his team, that's what he's wanting you to be.
Oh, I get it.
No.
I don't think you can. I really don't think you can accomplish that feat.
No, and the reason why
I'm pretty
he's
sure I
not
could beat
going
that by
is
tomorrow if I really put my mind to it.
the reason why he's not going to even attempt something like that is because unlike Homestead Aquarius, where he's a hey, anybody do whatever you want kind of captain, I'm different. I'm the kind of captain that stays on top
And
of
wears
my
a kerchief.
teammates. I'm the kind of captain that
Wears a
stays on top
kerchief.
of my teammates.
And
I
wears
keep
a
everybody
kerchief.
nice and straight.
And wears a kerchief. And wears a
It's
kerchief.
around
in
Robert's
your
neck.
mouth mullet, John. That's right. A kerchief
It's
in
around
your mouth
Robert's
mullet.
neck down in Alabama. If you want your kerchief, go ask Robert for it. Okay?
Oh, you're not giving yours up?
That's where you're gonna find your kerchief is around Robert's neck. Because Robert is the kind of captain that just allows everybody to do whatever they want. There's no circumstances, no consequences until it's like, hey, Robert, you see that teammate of yours right there? I'm gonna have to get him. And
Yeah.
Rich,
He's your
I
teammate
expect
right
nothing but the best out of you. And you're off to a great start. You're doing a good job. And as your captain, I certainly expect you to maintain that consistency of nice and narrow. Okay?
If you mean by that, grow lots of stuff, I'm definitely going to do that. That's what I do.
Jilly, John has a kerchief. He doesn't have a hanky.
No hanky?
No, it's a kerchief John carries with his Bud Light.
No hanky for the Yankee.
No hanky for the hanky. No hanky for the Yankee, but hanky panky for the Yankee.
The hanky panky. Ain't no hanky panky going on here. Well,
Yeah, that's probably
right here.
an issue with you. Maybe you need to get some hanky panky going on over there to relieve some of your stresses. It sounds like you're very cock-holed, frustrated. So
Hey,
John, you
Joe
do not
Soprano, how's it going, brother?
on that, brother. You do not want to set me off on that, man. Danny, I'm trying to be nice. He ain't gonna let me.
Why?
He ain't gonna let me.
I
He ain't gonna let
would
me be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
tell him. Just tell him.
I'm gonna have to tell him. He keeps that guy.
Tell him, John, stand on your desk so we can look eye to eye and talk about this. And tell him how the cow's gonna eat the cabbage. John, take that kerchief off first. It really don't look right. Gives me the heebie-jeebies talking to you with a kerchief
Yeah,
on your neck.
especially when you got that mankini on. Kerchief and mankinis don't go together. I don't care who you
Oh,
are.
God, that would be awesome.
My favorite color is lime
I can make
green.
that happen.
I could make that happen. He didn't even tell us he was going to check the plumbing. He just hauled ass.
No, I didn't go check the plumbing. I went to go get myself another refreshment.
Well, I
That's
thought
okay
were
with you?
Going to kick sushi.
No, he went and once I yelled at him, he went and laid down. He's nice and quiet somewhere
Sure he
over
did.
there.
I'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
All right, go check the plumbing. Make sure it's you fix all those leaks.
Now the boss lady took his chair. You better watch out. Might not get it back.
That's good.
Hey,
All
John.
right. Hi, Sheena. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing better than some, worse than others. Not too bad.
You missed me.
Yeah. I actually.
She's doing good. I'm the one that had to clean the blackberries because she went yard sealing.
Sheena, what? I mean, I gotta stick with Danny on this. I mean, what are you doing? Like, you have tomatoes to prune, greenhouses to clean, blackberries to take care of, and you're out yard sealing? Come on. I mean, you got to look at a guy's perspective, of a husband's perspective. It's like yard sailing when all this needs to be done.
And I've been working.
Working what? The gas pedal to get to the next yard sale?
Yep.
Okay.
Sheena, they give you too much crap. You just forget how to work that oven. Don't be baking no cookies and no brownies, no pies, no cakes.
I need cookies.
I'm just saying. That'll cure a lot of that attitude.
No,
You ain't got to take that.
Sheena, if that's what you like to do, that's your hobby, go for it.
I hardly ever go. I don't go anywhere. I go to work and I come home.
Yeah, and on the way home, you stop at 5, 10, 15 yard sales. That's okay. It's okay. If that's what you like to
doing,
do.
sure.
Look, Rich, on his way home, he stops and buys Bud Light.
That's for you, John.
Hey.
That's coming in that package.
You're not
How about
sending
that
me
with
a
the
Bud
pizza?
Light.
I'm sending you a Bud Light.
And what do you think I'm going to do with a Bud Light?
Well,
Probably use your kerchief with it. Wipe off the beans.
I don't know what you got to do with it, but maybe you can entertain us. Just make it entertaining, John. That's all I want. Just make it entertaining.
I mean, the best thing I could think of is I could empty down the drain, pour the piss water down the drain, actually piss in the can, and actually drink the piss. That would taste better than the beer that comes
Now,
with it.
here you go. You're wasting resources, John. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
take that
what a
beer,
waste
you
of-
pour it
what a
on your
waste.
compost. That pee, you don't need to be drinking your pee. Pee on your garden. That's free nitrogen.
No, but I don't want to kill my worms. I could never put Bud Light in my soil. It'll kill
Well,
all
they
the
just won't
worms, all the
reproduce it.
bacteria.
Well,
John, don't hurt yourself that bad. It's not a worm.
Worms is asexual. It's not going to matter. They don't got to worry about that not making babies. Worms has got male and female parts, John. It'll be all right.
Yeah,
You can
I know.
feed them
They
Bud Light.
Yeah, I know. The male actually climbs inside the female and does what he's gonna do, and then he gets puked out. Pretty interesting.
Uh-oh.
What do you got? A tomato?
Yep.
Just got to rub that in a little bit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have a salt shaker though. Where's the salt?
I'm fat, John. I'm trying to reduce the salt in my old age.
Well, yeah, when you go out to a restaurant and you eat 30 pounds of crawfish, what do you think is
15.
going to happen? 15 pounds of crawfish?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's lean protein, man. There ain't no fat in that.
Oh,
That's lean
I
protein.
get the fat out the hairs. I don't let that slide.
Well, he could eat something that's totally fat free, and he can find a way to create fat out of it as he's chewing it. He can find a way. I mean, did you see his video where he's posing with these big, massive fat arms and all that stuff?
Oh, I think he was looking a little closer than me, John. I didn't quite look.
Jealousy doesn't suit you, John.
I've got a massive bug in my car. Get out of here. Some old bald head. What in the world?
Get him.
I got him. I don't know what it was, but we're gonna find out. We'll make sure he's dead though first. I don't know if it's a biting. What kind of bug is that?
Go down. Can't see. Other down. It's a June bug.
No, ain't no June bugs. We don't got June bugs here.
Okay. It's not a June
It's a
bug,
squash
June.
bug. Did you see I squashed it?
It's a dead bug.
That's what I was about to say. It looks like a dead bug to me.
The squash
John,
bug, man.
John, we got Star Homestead India just came in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Star, how's it going?
Howdy, howdy. Uh-oh. Lost my light again.
Idaho Garden Girl.
It was pretty bad when you
Green
got to sit in the car to make a video so you can hide from the terrorists.
Are you hiding for the? Are you? No, serious. Are you? Are you hiding from your wife?
No, I'm hiding from the 3.5 foot tall terrorists that invade my house in search of ice cream and food and my television.
Okay.
They're rather
Boston.
loud and unruly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I wouldn't have them any other way except for when I'm trying to do something.
So you still have small, relatively small children.
Grandchildren.
Great.
Oh, grandchildren. Oh, okay.
Yep,
Oh,
and they
good.
live across the street, so
You can never
I
get
get to
rid
see
of
them.
them.
well, that's
Oh,
all
man.
right. I don't mind that none.
I have a 3-year-old
If I want
grandson.
to get rid of them, all I got to do is say, hey, you know what? I could use some help out here mowing the grass or pulling weeds out of the garden. And you should see how quick they disappear. It don't take but a second for them to be gone. Don't you come on over and work off some of that ice cream that you've been eating? No, I won't see them for 3 days. I think I forgot.
Yeah.
And sneak
yeah.
on in while I'm watching TV and grab that ice cream, be gone before I know it. They're pretty slick.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you gotta love them. That's the next generation. It's like, you gotta love them.
Keep them away from the parents to teach them right this time.
Yeah. Well, they ain't drinking no Bud Light, that's for sure. Nah, they're good kids. Rotten as they are, they're still good kids. Now, smack the taste out of anybody's mouth tells me any different.
Now, as long as they're good kids and and I always when I put good into a category, I always put respect in front of everything. It's like if you have respect, to me, that is plenty good. As long as you have respect and you know who you're talking to, you know.
John, Miss Marine, Diva in the Dirt just came in.
Diva in the Dirt. Hello there. How are you, Maureen Washington? All the way from Canada.
Yeah,
Thank
you know, I brought a tablet out here with me so that I could read the comments. And when I pop it up on your channel here, all I can see is you must subscribe to this channel on this tablet. What the hell? I can't sign into 2 devices at once, or it kicks me off of one, so I can't read the comments.
Yeah,
Somebody's got
and,
to. You have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes to read
Yeah.
comments. What does that?
yeah,
do?
I mean, that, you know, I think that I think it's a fair exchange that if you want to be on the channel and you want to interact with actual people that are subscribers of my channel, I think it's a fair exchange where, hey, look, you want to intermingle with, you know, Star Homestead India, you want to intermingle with our cabin in the woods, Diva in the Dirt, you want to intermingle with me, with you, with Danny, then yeah, it's free.
Why I'm
Click the
last?
subscribe button. Huh?
Why I'm last?
How the hell do I know?
You said it. You gotta know.
Because I don't really think much about you. How's that?
That's
You
a
know,
good
I
reason.
don't personally
I can't
care
even
about
take
you.
that long to think of it.
You know, I really don't care much about you to begin with. Did you know that, by the way, Rich? And excuse me, I was talking to Rich while you rudely interrupted. So
I'm interrupting you some more.
can I finish my conversation with this man here, and then we'll get back to you and deal with you later?
Say again.
I'm not repeating
Say again?
myself.
Say again.
I mean, Rich, I don't know what your relationship is with this guy.
Strictly
But-
platonic, John.
Platonic. Oh, you couldn't have said that any better. Platonic. Oh, I get it. I agree. Platonic. Let me just say, I would describe my situation with him disastrous.
Disastrous.
Catastrophe. Yeah,
That,
catastrophe.
them's big words.
He's Cajun. What do you expect? He's Cajun. No manners. No manners. Rude. Big mouth.
No
Thinks he
manners. John.
No manners.
John, you
rude,
better stop.
big
That is
mouth.
bull.
I'll be right back.
You are spreading some dangerous lies saying I ain't got no manners.
You
I
don't.
might be an asshole, but I got manners about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a mannerless asshole? Is that what it is?
Whatever you want, but I had manners.
Jeez, I've never had the privilege in my life to meet an asshole with manners. Oh my God. How many people in the chat actually have the opportunity in their lifetime to meet an asshole with manners? I must be lucky. Wow. Only me. Huh. Okay. What's Carol up to? Still here, but can't hear squat. Doing Malachi's treatment.
She changed her name?
She did. She changed the South Florida Sunshine. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she changed it about 2-3 weeks ago.
No, it ain't been that long, huh?
Yeah, it's been about 2-3 weeks. Yeah.
South
something like
Florida.
that.
Must right after I went off to work, maybe.
Rich, are you familiar with Carol's South Florida Sunshine?
You know, I don't think I've gotten around to watching their videos yet.
That's used to be a
I don't
Fishes
think
and
I have.
Wolves. Yeah. Fantastic woman. Really,
Oh,
really.
yeah. Okay. Well, all right then. Yeah.
Yeah, A Fisher's in Loeb's life. Really fantastic woman. Really, really nice person. Very humble and follows all the rules. Gives me no problems whatsoever. Really a great,
John,
great friend and
John,
member.
isn't she the one that made up the penis pump vacuum noise on your computer?
No, I don't believe so.
I'm pretty sure.
Carol would not. I don't think Carol would have the audacity to to go to the extent of making any penis pump. Penis pump, I think, was Belly Acres number 3, if I'm not mistaken.
John, we got a bigger question here now. This is something I think we need to know. Now, how does occasional
Now I will
hydroponics
advise
over
you careful.
how does he know what a
careful.
penis pump sounds like?
Huh?
How does he know what a penis pump sounds like?
I have no idea. I'm saying
Well,
what
apparently you do. You were talking about you would make a penis pump sounds and you recognize the noise. I'm
no,
just kind
I
of
did
curious
not say
what you
anything
know
about
that.
that. If you'd have been paying attention instead of you were doing this instead of doing this and listening to what the hell was going on, you'd have heard. I
But
said
that's
nothing
what I heard.
about knowing what it sounds like. I said that somebody else, that Carol, I thought it was Carol that had brought that name, the terminology for the heart-wrenching soul leaving the body sound behind John's computer.
Oh, I was pretty sure you said that she's making
But you
penis
were
pump
wrong.
noises.
You see, you just fell
That's-
into a case of Yankee right there.
I'm
and
gonna
we're
rewind
wrong.
this later and check. I may be incorrect, but that's what I heard. That may be just what I chose to hear, but
Yeah,
I
that's-
kind of,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I a lot of times I kind of pick and choose what I hear and what I don't hear.
you caught a bad case of Yankee at that point, and you're wrong.
It's possible, man. That's just
Hey, he's my teammate. He can do whatever he wants. And right now he is drilling you, and you need to
There,
man up and just take it. Okay? He does not know what a penis pump sounds like. Okay?
I don't either,
You don't?
John.
Do you? I hope you don't, do you?
I don't judge. If you need it, you need it, man. Don't be embarrassed. Come on out and say it, brother. Oh, shit.
I
This
do
day and
not
age, we
need
gotta
a
accept all that kind of stuff. That'd be the least of your
Settle
problem.
down there. I do not need a penis pump.
Oh, I was
Okay,
talking
let's
about
just get that
Danny,
straight.
but you seem to have something kind of
He
complex going on.
he might need some kind of assistance. Not me.
John said it doesn't work at all, no matter what. He don't care. Assistance
Anyway,
don't-
I think it was Belly Acres number 3 that made that accusation a few years ago, or it could have been Little Piece of Heaven Farm. Could have been Cheryl. Somebody made an accusation that while I was doing a live stream, that they thought I was running a penis pump because it sounded like the thing was overheating. And it's yeah, it was crazy. It was like, yeah, it's crazy. And
Hell,
maybe
without
somebody's
admitting
hearing
that.
it again, and that's why Carol or somebody's saying, "Am I running my penis pump?" No, no, it's not a penis pump.
He only does that when he has his
It's a-
kerchief on.
It's a male enhancement device. I understand.
No, it's called that. My computer is like 25 years old, and the hard drives on it. Actually, you know what Windows I still use
The ones on
on
your
this
house.
computer? I use Windows 8.1. 8.1. What are we up to? Like Windows 15, 20? I use like
Okay.
8.1, and every day I get a pop-up when I turn the computer on that says there is no more updates for these Windows. Microsoft has no more updates. You need to buy a new version of Windows. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. That X. and my computer works great, except
Except for when the microphone and
drives.
headphones don't work.
yeah, that too. But except, unfortunately, the hard drives go into overdrive, and it sounds like I got a penis pump hooked up.
His breast pump.
Help me out here, Danny. I can't do it.
Oh, Little Piece of Heaven Farm says this is breast pump.
Oh, now it's a breast pump. Okay.
Hold up a second. No, I seen him with that mankini on. I don't believe he even got a chest.
I do have a chest.
Let's get Kenny up here.
I'm not gonna get into
Kenny, get up here and
Rich.
take your shirt off, man.
Rich.
Kenny.
Here's what I'm not gonna do: is there's
You're
a
not gonna
lot
do
of women in this chat room that I am not going to get into my physical appearance and all that stuff. There's no need for that. I mean, these women are respectable. They're
You gonna make
married
them
women.
jealous because you got smaller shoulders than them?
It's just, there's no need for these women, to have a vision going into sleep, which everybody's going to go to sleep in a little bit.
You're saying they
To
keep them
have
up?
to have a vision of me exposing of what, my statue
You're saying they
looks
keep them up
like.
at night. What you saying?
It could give them a boost of energy some way, somehow. It could. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah.
And plus, most likely, it would wind up out in my garden somewhere, another to repel something. You better not do it, John. You just better not do it. Just save me the temptation. You gotta save me from myself, man. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. I am
Oh,
totally
thank
not
goodness.
going to do it.
He's scared, Rich.
I mean,
I know he is.
look at what happened. Look at that Tony. Look at Tony. He still has the vision. He still has the vision of seeing me in a mankini. And I mean, you know what that could have done to that man? That could have been glorious for him, or could have been. I mean, I feel bad for his wife. Where all of a sudden he's got these visions in his head, and his, before you know it, poor, she can't keep up with him.
Is that how that works, John?
Keep up with it.
It could
That
be. I don't know.
Is it just like you send her out to Chippendales when she come home?
I mean, look at his wife. Look at his wife. His wife is asking for a coffee cup, for me to send her a coffee cup of me in my mankini. So when she has her coffee in the morning, I'm right there.
Well, I thought maybe she's just
What
trying
is
to quit drinking coffee. I didn't know.
She needs another scoop to get the dog food out the bin.
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah. You want me to show? I'm going to go get you the coffee cup she drinks in the morning. Hold on.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I'll go get your coffee cup too. How's that?
Oh, thank goodness they're finally gone. Now let's me and you have a chat. Oh shit, he's back. Damn it.
Hold on. Before he gets back, this is the coffee cup she drinks coffee out of every morning. It holds almost a half a pot of coffee. We'll let John come back.
That's to get the workout in when you're lifting that thing up to drink out of it.
When I used to have to drive a long way to go to work, I'd fix me that. That's better than a what you call it? The old people used to put the coffee in to go on the highway. Thermos. That's better than a thermos because it don't stay boiling hot.
Old people, man, I tell you what.
Yeah, I know you got one. You told me that, so yeah.
You came
Old
right
people.
I knew I got me a thermos, man.
I was dead on the mark when I said old people. Get you.
Oh, well. My thermos ain't old.
Well, no, you probably outlived 5 or 6 of them. 120 years old.
I wore them out.
You
One got
doggies.
run over, one got a bullet hole in it, and another one I'm pretty sure one of my employees took a tinkle in.
Wait, listen. It sounded like John's flower power pollinator was going off.
That electronic.
Good job. That's the coffee cup she drinks out of every morning. That's what it says.
Right.
Yeah.
Size matters. And she, your wife, okay, now let's put this in perspective. Okay. Let's look at it for what it is. She drinks out of a cup that says size matters, right?
Yeah, she's letting everybody know what she likes and she has. Oh boy, you better stop. You don't know who you're playing with.
No.
You better stop.
You
better stop.
You got up
Say
out of
again?
that seat and you went to go
Say
get a
again?
coffee cup that says size matters. Well, now let's put it into perspective where your wonderful wife
My
came
wonderful
to
wife,
me-
size matters. 6'5", 300 pounds.
She came to me and says, John, I would love to have one of your coffee cups.
John, that's not what she told you. She
Yes,
told
yes.
you that
This
you
is what
promised
she
her a
wants.
shirt like
What
2.5
the
years
hell?
ago.
What is on that
Yeah.
thing?
It's John with the mankini and like a Confederate hat.
I mean, look at that chest. Look at that torso. Look at that torso. That's solid muscle.
That's
That
solid
torso.
Borat.
It's got just a few little hairs so they could twirl their little fingers around. So your wife requested this that she could have coffee with every morning because to her size does matter, and that's why she personally requested one of these.
Yeah, and
Right
that's
there.
how you
Oh.
talk yourself into thinking a kerchief is cool.
But Danny, you know, I'm a firm believer. Everybody should start the morning out with a laugh. That is the best way. Good on you, John. Good on you. I like that. I like that a lot.
Jilly said, "Looks like someone gave a toddler a Snuggie."
Chili.
Who said that? Who said that?
Jilly.
Kelly Akers #3 said that?
3 up. 3 comments up from the bottom.
No, I
Man,
probably
yeah.
somebody need to subscribe to. I think.
Jason said everyone needs a chamber pod, John.
No, definitely. I don't have any moderators in my chat, but John in a mankini with a diblos wearing a fishnet stocking. Now that's scary. No, but Rich, there's a lot of great wonderful channels here that you're probably maybe not too familiar with, like Jilly Bellyacres #3. They're pretty good folks, and Dirty Carry, they're pretty good folks, and I would highly recommend, if you ever feel up to it, to go and pay them a visit. You'll like their personality. I like their personality. They're fun. They like to have fun, and that's what's important. Is they're not stiff people. You know what I mean?
John, I like to have fun too, and you yelled at me for it. So I don't know what you yelled at me, man. You yelled at me for my fun. I don't understand.
Because I just want you, because you're new. I want you to understand that you
can't have no
going after
fun?
people. No, yeah, you can.
I'm
Go
going
after him.
nobody.
Go after him. Go after anybody you want. But you can't come knocking at the marshal's door and just think that you're gonna best without consequences. Come on.
He didn't knock on the
This
marshal's
one.
door, John. He kicked it open and walked inside.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
do
he's
think
gonna
that makes it
he's
better.
gonna see tomorrow. He's gonna see tomorrow when I release the video what a kick in the ass he got right out the door.
I got a big ass. It's got room for plenty of kicks. I'm just saying,
Well,
man.
I got 2 feet that are willing to freaking swing at any point.
At the same time, you kick like a one-legged man in a putting contest.
You can either get the right or the left. You pick and choose. I'm that kind. You can pick and choose what foot you get
I'm
your
that
ass kicked
kind.
with.
I'm that kind. Kerchief or no kerchief.
Mankini or no mankini.
Oh,
No, I mean, you guys, like, you need to have some sympathy because I mean, out of this whole
some sympathy.
competition,
sympathy.
no, out of this whole competition, listen to me and hear me out. Out of this whole competition that we've been doing, you know, shed wars to start with, and then global gardening and homesteading community. I'm really the only Yankee pretty much involved in this competition, and I'm facing a whole bunch of rednecks and hillbillies, and it's like 3 totally different beasts altogether, and occasion, not to mention occasion. Occasion's not a redneck or a hillbilly. He's a stinking Cajun, which, from my experience learning about Cajuns, is they can be the worst of anything south of I-10. Okay.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you
that
got
Cajun's still
rednecks,
a
and you got
Yankee to me.
hillbillies south of I-10, and then you have Cajuns
Hillbilly.
south of I-10, and
Oh my
Cajuns
goodness.
take the cake. Cajuns take the cake. Like as so you guys have
As
to
in
have
they got
sympathy with
personality?
me. Personality?
Sure, man.
Personality. It's like banging your head against the wall. You can't teach him nothing. You can't teach him manners. You can't teach him
Man.
respect.
We just had
All
this
right, brother.
conversation,
You can
John.
say he's a loudmouth and disrespectful and different things, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. When you go down south and you hit south of I-10, you go down yonder and you need something. You're gonna find people give you the shirt off their back, even if it's full of holes. They think you need it worse than they do. They say
But
yes,
that would
sir,
be-
no, ma'am. They respect their mama. Now, the only thing they will do is run you off the damn road with their driving. But other than that, they got some manners. Now, they might be smart asses, but I'm here to tell you they do got manners.
Okay.
We'll help you out. You broke down on the side of the road faster than anybody in the country.
So what is
That's
that
the fact,
supposed
Ron.
to?
You know,
So
that damn Yankee broke down on the side of the road.
Even if
Yeah,
they're the
we
one to
just-
run you off the road and cause you to break down to come back and help you.
well, we have places to go.
Yes, sir.
You
That
know,
did happen to me in Louisiana.
we have places to
Could
go.
have been Danny,
We don't
I'm
have
not sure.
time. We don't have time to be stopping on the side of the road and help someone out because they forgot that their car needs gas to actually function. I'm sorry, but you know, you saw that the car has no gas in it.
Hold on to that thought. I'm gonna go get my wife real quick. You need to tell her this.
You do not want to introduce me to your wife.
No, I don't, John. I hate to see what she did to you. I hate to see what she did.
But
to
you get what I'm saying. It's like, hey, do you hear the valves in that car? Like you start the car up and they go, and it's like, hey, when did you take that car for an oil change? Oh, the oil? I don't know. It's like, you're not supposed to change the oil every 3,000-4,000 miles. Oh, really?
Wait a second. What?
Yeah.
No,
like,
stop.
listen.
Stop it, Rich. Stop it, Rich.
And then they call you a week later. Oh, my car, the engine doesn't work. What's wrong with it?
Yep.
I don't know. It doesn't work. Oh, you seized the engine. It ran out of oil. You're supposed to put oil in the car. Oh, really? Imagine that. Wow. Yeah. And this is not just, this is men. Men do this too, okay? But anyway, going back, us Yankees were very civilized and we're
Hold
very
on.
ahead of
Don,
time.
stop for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Nana's Crazy Life. Miss Donna, how you doing, darling? Thank you for stopping by.
Hello.
She said the Cajuns are the best.
Well,
Okay,
they
Nate,
close. They're close second best.
And what? Hey, Rich, why don't you enlighten me and the chat as to who is the best?
Eddie
Hey,
Bourne was born in Mobile,
boy.
Alabama, the heart of Dixie. 360 degrees from Mobile, Alabama is north to me.
I never
You heard
understood
that.
that either.
360 degrees north
You
of Mobile,
think-
Alabama.
You think people from
Oh, yeah.
Alabama are the greatest living creatures on the face of the planet?
No, I just said y'all Yankees. Everybody's a Yankee to me.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Well,
heart of
not to
Dixie,
me.
man. Look it up. Look it up. Google it. Heart of Dixie, Mobile, Alabama. Original Mardi Gras.
Oh.
That wasn't in Louisiana. That wasn't New Orleans. That was Mobile, Alabama. Y'all just turned it into a
Well,
flashing
Robert's
competition.
Robert's from Alabama, and he is no Yankee.
He's from Northern Alabama. I'm from L.A., Lower Alabama. He's a Yankee to me.
He's not
Now,
a
the
Yankee.
more I have, the
He's
more my accent's going to start coming out. So, fair warning.
he's a redneck. He's definitely a redneck hillbilly, and he'll tell you in the chat that he is definitely not a Yankee.
He is to
Definitely
me.
not a Yankee. No, he's not a Yankee. Trust me, Rich. I've been dealing with Robert for 5 years now, and trust me, there is nothing Yankee about that man.
He's Southern Yankee.
Nothing.
It's all right. He's a Southern Yankee. It's fine.
I gotta go to bed.
At least he's not
Oh,
Cajun.
yeah, you can't bill on me now.
Oh, you and John.
Good old man.
I stayed here just long enough to you and John to get a great repertoire going, and I didn't sleep well last night. I need to go to bed.
Well, Danny, you go to bed, and Rich, if you have to go, you can go too. I'm going to stay here just a little bit longer with the good old folks in the chat and keep talking to them a little bit. And it's up to you guys. You guys are more than welcome to stay. You're more than welcome to go. It's up to you. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys both taking the time out of your night to spend here with me. And everything worked, microphone and camera wise. So
I'm not saying Mr. Rich got to leave. I'm just heading out. So y'all have a good one every night. And I'm going to put the video every night. Everybody, I'm going to put my phone play and listen to the rest of it.
all right, Danny. Thank you. You have a wonderful
Thank
night.
Thank you for having me up, John.
Go
All
get
See you
that
later,
beauty
Mr.
sleep, Danny. Go get that
I
beauty
need a
sleep.
lot. I need a lot.
All right.
Oh, I
Rich.
thought he'd never leave.
Wow.
I thought he'd never leave.
Yeah. It's so now it's just me and you.
Oh,
Now it's just me and you, and we don't have him to interrupt or potentially influence our conversation. I'm interested about you a little bit about you. What actually motivates you to actually grow your own food?
I like to eat. I'm a cheap man, John. I don't like to play grocery store prices. I don't like them nasty tomatoes they sell. I don't like not knowing where my food comes from. I don't like not knowing who's had their hands on my food. I don't even like going out to eat, John, because you don't know who stuck their fingers in that pot. You don't know where that food's been. You don't know what's been on it. You're
That's
taking a risk
correct.
every time you do.
That is correct. I mean, you know, I work in the food industry, and even though it's oysters, but even with the shellfish product, like we do, we have to be extremely, extremely clean because what we're serving to or selling to the public is actually a live animal. And we have to make sure that animal from harvest all the way to table is at its peak performance and clean and well taken care of. Because if it's not, if it's mishandled, it can potentially kill somebody because they are consuming an animal that's basically raw that was killed within a minute, 2 minutes before it was served to you. So when it
Oh,
comes to that kind of stuff, I take it very seriously as well as to how things are handled when it comes to food and all that stuff. Good, good.
well, I got to agree with you there about the oysters. Here about a month ago, I went out to a new restaurant that opened up around here that served oysters, and I got me a couple dozen fried and a couple dozen raw, and I spent a week paying for it because those raw oysters were not handled correctly. And I
Oh,
know
did
that's
you
what it
get
was.
sick? Did you get sick?
Oh, I got sick. I
Yeah,
got sick. I
yeah,
could not stray too far from the house. We won't
yeah,
get
yeah.
to
So you
details
got
on
food
that, but it was
poisoning.
nothing
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
First time,
yeah, and that's
I've been to all kinds of places all over the world, ate stuff that most people wouldn't even think about eating right off the street. People out there cooking, and never got that kind of sickness as I did from eating that raw shellfish.
Donna Diggs. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Oh, you must be either new member. You were a member of my channel before. I certainly appreciate the. Thank you so much. I appreciate the coffee you buy me every single month for 99 cents. I certainly appreciate it. Now it's. I usually don't promote, folks that come to my chat to become members of the channel, but the way I always treat it is, every day someone that's a member, they give me 99 cents, I buy a cup of coffee. So I thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Who else is going on? What else is going on? Also, always gardening and prepping. You've been going through a hard time. I have been keeping up as much as possible with your updates on your husband. It's an unfortunate situation, and I hope and pray that everything gets settled there. Um, it's unfortunate circumstances in life, that people have to go through, but you certainly have my support and the community's support as to make sure, hopefully everything will work out and everybody will be okay. And also another member, Rich, you got lost, but Rich, thank you so much. Um, Doing gardening all wrong. Rich, thank you. I appreciate you spending time with me. I had a great time getting to know you a little bit better. Uh, I'm sure, in the upcoming future, we're going to have a little bit of fun together because it sounds like, you have a great personality and you're willing to, you know, take. So, appreciate it. And also, like I was saying, the other person that in the community that's recently had a hard time is the is Janice doing I'm having a brain fart. Where to Begin Homestead, Janice. She posted a video, I believe it was today, as to, weather and all kinds of stuff ruined one of her greenhouses once again, where, putting that plastic on greenhouses and all that stuff, not only is it time consuming, but it can be pretty expensive thing to do. So definitely, I feel tremendously for Janice. Where to begin homesteading. If you guys want to support Janice, go by that channel. And if I have a moderator here that would like to drop the link for where to begin homesteading, please do. She could certainly use the community support, where it's unfortunate because she depends on her greenhouses a lot to grow her food for the family and all that stuff. So it's always, a sad thing to see that happen to, to a great person. All right. Lots of prayers for Mama Owl. Yes, lots of prayers. They could certainly use it. Yes, we we in this community, we do look out for one another. We do support each other, and you've been to this point. You've been a great, fantastic person. Uh, whether in the community or not, you're just a fantastic person. You and your husband and your family, and you definitely have our prayers. And Robert, thank you. Thank you for dropping the link. There it is, guys. If you guys would like to go over and to Janice at Where to Begin Homesteading, she's a fantastic woman, and she could really use the community support right now. All right, what else is going on? Yeah, also Yossi. Yeah, Yossi is in Israel. And for some of you that might not know, Israel is going through a little bit of turmoil, military wise turmoil. And one of our members happens to live in Israel, which is Yossi. And of course, all best to him to stay safe, him and his family, and all the best. And Carolyn Lowe. Carolyn, it's nice to see that you came into the chat today. It's I haven't seen you in quite a while. I haven't seen many videos from you, Carolyn, either. I have not seen. Yes, our Yossi. Yes, Carol. Yossi's in our prayers. What else? So what else, guys? Anything else that that you guys want to leave in the chat? What's going on with, any updates? You guys planting anything? I mean, I do check you guys' videos out. I don't leave many comments anymore. I kind of cut down on the amount of comments that I make on people's videos, period. I don't usually comment much, but I do watch. I just don't comment much. And as far as the community goes, it's it's going good. Everybody, 99% of the folks seem to be having fun with it. They're doing a great job with it. Everybody's, happy to be a part of it, and that's very important. Cheryl, my chickens are doing fantastic. And yes, I get an average of between 6 chickens. I get every single day, I get either 5 or 6 eggs. But usually I get at least 5. There's one chicken, I don't know which one, but there's one chicken that I think takes 1 or 2 days break, and then all of a sudden it's like when she lays an egg, it's like the egg is like 10 times bigger than all the other chickens' eggs. It's like she lays like a double, triple egg. I mean, but now the average is I get about out of 6 chickens, I get like 5 eggs per day. And it is now that the weather is warming up. I mean, I've been having unbelievable weather here on Cape Cod, where it's May, second week of May, and we have weather in the 70s. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like 76 degrees, 78 degrees. That is insane for the month of May, to be having high 70s degrees in the month of May. Oyster shells are so good for oysters. Yes, they are. I do have oyster shells. Not every day, but like twice a week. I crush up the oyster shells and I give it to them, and they absolutely love it. They go crazy, crazy over it. Tony here is saying, John, look at Nan's comment back 20 minutes ago. Okay, so I'm assuming Nana's about 20 comments ago. Okay, Tony, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to see. Is that the one? I learned a lot from the community last year and still keep up. Yeah, I mean, there is if you really pay attention to, when we started this community, we certainly didn't expect that everybody's going to get along with each other, because I mean, there's so many different personalities, and and some people behave a certain way, some channels behave a certain way, some channels are greedy, some channels are not greedy, but usually what we always anticipated is that the community members would find their niche, and they would roll over and pick certain community members, like, hey, okay, I've never met this channel, but I like them. I've never met this one, but I like them. I've never met this one, but I like them. And before you know it, you're supporting those channels. And in the meantime, those channels will come over to your channel and they're like, okay, I like this channel. Okay. And boom, you become friends. And now you're supporting each other. I mean, I could give you an example. I could give you this channel right here, Little Piece of Heaven Farm. I met them 3 years ago, and it was like, they were just basically starting on YouTube, and it's like watching what they were doing on their channel, and Robert, we were both watching very closely, and it's like, wow, it's like, that's a great channel to follow, to watch, because you can learn a lot from this channel. You really can, because they know what they're doing. You know, not only from growing vegetables or building greenhouses or raising chickens, but also cooking and all of that stuff. Where this is like, okay, I need to watch this channel because they have something to offer that could benefit me, you know, either right there and then or in the future. But more or less, they're entertaining to watch. They're just a good old, you know, redneck hillbillies, whatever they are. But nonetheless, they're entertaining and they're very full of information. So, a little piece of heaven, that's which is Cheryl. I believe Jetro must be asleep by now. He falls asleep at like 7 o'clock at night. He's an old man, but nonetheless, that's a nice shout out for Little Piece of Heaven Farm. You know, and I could go down the list of all the great channels. I mean, you got Our Cabin in the Woods, Tony. Uh, Really, another great channel. He's always, you know, he's always up to something, and you can tell that when he does something, he puts his homework into it, and he wants to do it correctly. You know, and now you can see he's venturing. He's got his new piglets and his pigs, and it's really, you know, it makes for a good watch when you're watching a channel like that you know, they're focused, they're putting it on video, but at the same time that they're not just making a video for the sake of making a video. They're actually putting in a library what it is they're doing for their homestead that's going to benefit them for many, many years to come. So that's what I call like the true YouTube channel that you want to learn something from, because they're not doing it for show. They're doing it to put in a library for themselves and potentially their grandchildren in the future, which is what I do with my channel is basically I make the videos, and it's like in the future when I'm no longer here, if my grandchildren want to learn how to do something, they can go, hey, by the way, did you know your grandfather, you know, he knew how to garden and he knew how to do this or this or this. Look, he has this YouTube channel. There you go. Go watch your grandfather. You know, that's the way I've always looked at this YouTube channel, is a way to not only meet great, wonderful people throughout the globe, which I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of wonderful people throughout this globe. I mean, all the way to Africa, to India, to Tasmania, to Australia, you name it. I have met people from all around the globe because of this community, and that's pretty special. You get to meet so many different personalities, so many different ways that people grow their own food, that they raise their, you know, chickens, or they raise their pigs or their cows. And that's what makes this community, I find, so special and so unique amongst YouTube, is that, you know, anything you really want to learn, you don't have to go very far. You can just look within, you know, the community members that we have here, and there's a pretty good chance that there's someone that's doing it, and they're doing it pretty well. So that's what's so unique about this community. I mean, okay, does anybody have any questions? And Cheryl, Little Piece of Heaven Farm, you are not allowed to ask any questions. No questions from Little Piece of Heaven Farm. Other than Little Piece of Heaven Farm, if you have any questions before I go, please type it in caps lock. Make it capitalized so I can clearly see it. Little Piece of Heaven Farm, no questions from you. You're suspended from asking any questions. Wild Edibles, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Wild Edibles is like our very, very first member back about 4 years ago was Wild Edibles. And she's still with us. Yeah, Cheryl, you heard me. No questions from you. No questions. You know why. All right. Nobody has questions? What is Carolyn saying? That's the coolest part, John. Connections everywhere, growing things, and food are universal. That is correct, Carolyn. That is absolutely correct. You know, if people use it correctly, if people use the community for the right purpose that it's supposed to be, then not only can you have a lot of fun within the community, but you can learn a lot and you can teach other people a lot. And that's the main purpose of the community, is to teach and learn. And of course, have fun. You know, there's always the fun aspect of it. You know, is have fun. And I'm all about having fun. Okay. All right. Let's see. We got a question. How many ways can you use honeysuckle? To be honest with you, Carolyn, I will defer that question to maybe a member in the chat that knows what to do with honeysuckle. I don't have much experience with honeysuckle. I couldn't even begin to tell you what honeysuckle is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what you do with it. So, in all fairness, I cannot give you an answer on that because I do not know. And if there is a member that would like to answer Carolyn's question, you could certainly highlight her name and tell her what she is asking there. How many ways can you use honeysuckle? I don't know anything about honeysuckle, so I apologize for that. But see, I'm being honest. I'm not just going to sit here and give you bullshit about, oh yeah, do this and this and this. No, if I don't know the answer, I say I don't know the answer. You know, that's the most fair I can be, is I don't know. But I do have the give twice, take once, and the community grows. That is correct. I do believe that is a very correct way to put it, Robert. That is a very correct way to put it. It's not always, when you look at a collaboration of any sort, doesn't matter if it's a gardening collaboration, if it's a basketball team, if it's a soccer team, whatever, whenever you look at as you're a participant in something that involves a whole bunch of different personalities, different people, it should always be in your best interest to, before you go into that activity, to be willing to give rather than go into it just, well, what am I going to take? What am I going to take out of this? Nah, you shouldn't go into anything thinking about what am I going to take out of it, but more is what can I offer it to make it better, to make it work. And that's how you reap rewards, is by first you give, and at the end the rewards come to you. It's no different with gardening. If you want tomatoes, you need to plant the tomato plant first. Then, and you take care of it as it's growing up, then you shall receive the rewards of having freshly grown tomatoes at home. You had to give first in order for it to give you. So I totally agree with that concept right there, Robert, is give first, reap the rewards after. Because if you have the attitude and the mentality that it's all about me, and the hell with everybody and everything but me, I promise you, at the end of the day, it's the only person is going to be you and you and you and you. There's no one else behind you. Because throughout the whole day, you basically, your attitude was, hey, it's all about me. And come nighttime, when you want to hold hands with someone, there's nobody there to hold your hand. Because all day long you said it was all about you. Think about that. Give, 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 and you shall receive. And you shall receive double your energy of giving. Is the way it's supposed to work. That's the way it's supposed to work. But Robert, thank you for pointing that out. That's a great, great piece of advice. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of floral notes except in lychees. I need to find some lychees. It's season. Boy, you guys are throwing out some names out there like lychees and honeysuckle. I have no idea what lychees is. You're throwing out some names out there. I have no idea what lychees is. Also, the vine is great for making baskets. Yes. Are you talking about grapevines? John, one of my grandkids absolutely loved gardening. I sent him to preschool on gardening and animals raising. He loved it. Lincoln. Yes, Tony. Yes, Tony. That is awesome. That is awesome. And here is Janice. Hi, Janice. Nice to see you. I don't know if I saw you earlier. I did speak about you a little bit earlier. Uh, we certainly have you in in our thoughts, because I was explaining what happened to your greenhouse and the wind and and all of that stuff. Okay, I was here earlier. I'll be watching the replay. Okay, Janice. All right. So nice of you to participate with us here. You are always welcome here. You're a wonderful woman. Brighter days are ahead. Yes, they are. It's just unfortunate, so much hard work goes into something, and especially when you get big stuff like that happening with your greenhouses. I mean, those are not tiny little greenhouses. I could certainly imagine the devastation that you must feel, when something like that happens to a very crucial part of your homestead where you depend on those greenhouses to, grow food for yourself and your family. And it's like, it's very unfortunate. So, I mean, the setup you have is not something like, I did a few years ago, and I bought, some kind of stupid greenhouse from Walmart for like $100, and within a week the wind grabbed it and just took it away. And it's like, okay, it's just $100, but still, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of money invested into your greenhouses. Janus is one of a few farmer level growers I've seen on here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be correct, Carol. All right, so no more questions. I've been on here for how long now? Just over 2 hours. I think I'm going to end it. It's already. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go till 11:30. How's that? So I'm gonna go till 11:30 at night, and then I'm gonna call it quit. Once again, guys, anybody, if you have a question, please put it in capital letters. Everyone's entitled and allowed to ask a question except Little Piece of Heaven Farm. They are not allowed to ask any questions whatsoever. They have lost the question privilege last week. So, and also our cabin in the woods. Tony, did you feel the effect of some of the tornadoes in Oklahoma? Because I know the tornadoes were pretty bad this evening. Yeah, Cheryl, I'm glad you find it funny. I'm glad you find it funny. But Cheryl, you know, I gave you an opportunity last week to ask me a question, and you made your choice to ask me the very last question. It was your choice. You know, so I'm glad you find it funny, but I gave you one opportunity to ask me a question, and you decided to make it your last question asked. Okay, it is what it is. Mm. Old ways gardening and prepping. Who you? You are welcome to join if you would like, my dear. I don't know what conversation that is, what context of the conversation that's taking place. The storms were south of us by 30 miles. Two of my kids were a lot closer, but they are okay. All right, good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that, Tony, because I was watching the live report on those tornadoes landing uh, in Oklahoma and southwest Oklahoma, and they looked pretty nasty. Can I talk about my secret agents? Gardening Warrior Q, my secret agents within the community, they've been pretty quiet so far this year because, to be honest with you, everyone for the most part has really done a great job on following the rules and not breaking the rules until recently. Unfortunately, um, as you guys will see, the ramifications video will come out tomorrow, where it's the same. I as much as I hate suspending any member or penalizing any member, um, unfortunately, I have to. I do have to, and the thing that that a lot of, well, they should know this by now because they're pretty smart, intelligent people, is that every time they get penalized or suspended, they're really just hurting their team. Because for every 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds that I penalize you or that channel, that's coming off the total of your team total for the year. So, but to answer your question, Q, everybody for the most part has been pretty good. My agents, my agent, they haven't reported back to me anything drastically. There's a couple of instances I've had to got reported and I had to investigate. I had to go over to that channel, investigate, look closely at their conduct as to what they were doing, and I had to make a decision. But for the most part, everybody's been pretty good, is the best that I can answer it. Everybody's been pretty good. So I hope that answers your question. And let's hope it keeps staying that way, where everybody, keeps doing what they're supposed to be doing and not acting out of line. And because trust me, I feel bad taking weight and penalizing folks because they simply, they have a collapse, or they misjudge their character at the moment, and they go into this like state of mind where they think that they could just do whatever they want and they can break the rules and just go and like, yeah, I can do whatever I want. And it's like, well, unfortunately, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And eventually you will have to, cross my path. And that's when stuff can get a little bad for you, and also for your team. Which fortunately my team Will It Grow, for several years, has always been, pretty well coached and pretty well mannered, where, they know that, not only am I the captain, but I'm also, afforded, the power of the marshal to impose the rules. That, they're pretty smart folks, and they stay pretty much in line. They stay nice, straight and narrow, where, you got these Wilson's misfits that think they could do whatever they want. But so far, they've been pretty good. Even Team Aquarius, they've been pretty good. Not bad. And it's good. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. It saves me a lot of work. And people don't have to get penalized and suspended. So well, I've been good so far. My training is going well. Yes, Gardening Warrior Q, I must say your rehabilitation within the community, I must say, has improved quite a lot. Where you've come a long way, um, from since I met you 4 years ago or so. Uh, I mean, you've come a really, really long way, Gardening Warrior Q. I'm proud of you. There's still a thing or two that, you know, I need to work with you on to, you know, but it's minor little things, couple of minor little things that I need to, to counsel you in. You still need just a little bit of counseling, but you know, I think the hardest part of instilling into your brain, uh, the appropriate behavior within this community. I think for the most part, I think it's been engraved in your brain of how you should act within the community. And like I said, the few little wrinkles still here and there, but I'll work with you privately on those issues, and you'll be one of the best, greatest members of all time. Trust me. So, okay. LP, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Let's see. Will it grow? What are you most looking forward to this garden season, personally and for competition? Uh, what am I looking forward to this gardening season? Um, I mean, that's a great question, but I'm looking forward to having success. That what I plant out can be productive for me, can produce the food that it's intended to produce. Um, and as far as competition wise, I'm not too worried about the competition part of it, uh, because Team Will It Grow, I mean, I drafted one hell of a roster, uh, and I feel very, very confident about the gardeners throughout the YouTube and throughout the world that I have on Team Will It Grow, where there should be, I can't imagine there should be any worries for Team Will It Grow at this point to be concerned with Wilson's Misfits and Team Aquarius. To be honest with you, um, as your captain, I'm saying and giving you Team Will It Grow. I'm giving you a basic update. Is you have nothing to worry about for what I'm observing as the captain. We're in pretty good shape, and it looks like we have the momentum, and And with my leadership, it certainly looks like we're going to keep that momentum, and we are going to totally blow away Team Aquarius this year and Wilson's Misfits. So that's what I think about that. I hope that satisfied your question. Belichick, Misfits may surprise you. There was a time where I actually did start to get a little concerned about Wilson's Misfits, where all of a sudden they picked up a little bit of momentum there at the beginning, where they were putting on some powerhouse gardeners onto their team. And I was getting a little worried. I'm like, oh my God, like, look at who just joined them. Look at who just joined them. And it's like, uh-oh. But it slowed down drastically. It slowed down where, Team Wilson, they stopped picking up members, where I think they've settled down with however many members they are. And I do believe I have a list of, I do believe this is an up-to-date list on Wilson's Misfits. We have, Nightfall Homestead, Reaper's Ridge, Me and You Acres, Where to Begin Homestead, Gardener Josh, Michael Sharp, Patriot Homestead, Garden State Gardener, B&C Gardening, Experiments Homesteading and Baking, Nature Growers TV, Patrick Costa, and Lark's Homesteadish. Excuse me. Now, I think that's as up to date of at least the roster I have, but I might be mistaken. There might be maybe one or two more, or maybe even three more people that have since joined Wilson's Misfits that I'm not aware about at the time. I have not, excuse me, I haven't been updated with it. But no, but I'm not worried. I think everybody on, overall the big picture, I think everybody within the community is doing a great job. We're dealing with something here, something there, a little shake up here, shake up there, which is normal. Every year we go through that. Every year we go through that where there's a couple of little hiccups within the community that need to be addressed and need to be fixed. And and myself and Robert, we do the best that we can to address the community and try to keep things as civil and as friendly as possible amongst everyone. Unfortunately, sometimes we can't control everything, and it's really not our mission to control everything, because there's so many people. Everybody has their own personality, and not every single personality is willing to work with us within the boundaries of what we're trying to do to make this community as friendly and as helpful as possible. Unfortunately, from time to time, you do get that one or two or three people that, they just think it's all about them and them and them only. And that's when it becomes an issue, is when you present yourself to the community as, hey, this is all about me. I don't care about any of you. I don't care about any of that. Everything is all about me and my channel. And when people come in and they have that attitude right off the beginning, it's like, it's like, nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because apparently those type of mentalities that some people have is they have no experience. They have no knowledge of how to deal with a big group of people, of how to manage. They have zero experience. They think they know what they're doing. They think they know how to micromanage, which a lot of what me and Robert do is we micromanage, where it's like, hey, we're creating this, we're building this, and we're supposed to be having fun with this. We're supposed to be meeting new people. We're supposed to be supporting each other. Uh, you know, this is not an individual effort. This is not for one specific individual. This is for all individuals to participate and have fun as a community. And when you're blinded by the purpose of the community in general, you end up on the outside looking in before you know it. Because your behavior speaks loud, especially to people that are paying attention. And trust me, in this community, there is no one that pays more attention than me and Robert, Homestead Aquarius. If you guys, at any point, any member thinks that we're not paying attention, trust me, we're paying attention to everything. And when we see that someone thinks that they're bigger than this community, or they came into this community to just take for themselves, for me, I'm not giving back, that gets noticed really quick. And not only does it get noticed really quick, it gets handled with ASAP. Snap of a finger, it gets handled with. Sometimes it's handled with a certain way. It depends on, basically the person are the ones, they choose how it's handled with, where they're given an option as to, hey, look, we're noticing you're doing this. Can you knock it off? Like quietly, can you knock it off? Like, stop doing that. There's some people actually say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was doing that. Yeah, sure, I'll knock it off. Yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing it to my attention, because I wasn't aware I was maliciously doing it, but now that I know, I'll stop. I won't do it anymore. And then there's some people that think it's all about them, that they're the queen, the rulers of the world, of the YouTube world, and they think it's all about them. And when they're approached and say, hey, can you knock that off? Like, I do whatever I want. Do you know who I am? I do whatever I want. Really? Okay. All right. See ya. It ain't that difficult. It's basically it's see ya. Okay, go do whatever you want. You're just not going to do it in my community. Our community, not mine. Our community. Is you can do whatever you want. You're just not going to do it in here. I mean, I don't know. You guys are the ones. You guys are entitled to your opinions because you're all members of this community. And from the people that I see in here, you're all very genuine, really, really nice folks from the ones that I personally know, that I've been around for several years. Um, I mean, you guys tell me if my approach to is wrong. You know, I mean, I'm open. I'm always open for suggestions like, hey, John, you're handling this the wrong way, or you shouldn't handle it this way, or I'm open to listening, on how do I deal with certain issues and all that stuff. And I can attest the same thing goes for Robert, where Robert is more than open to communication with anyone that has any concerns whatsoever, whatever it may be. All you got to do is just reach out to Robert, homesteadaquarius@gmail.com, and he will be more than happy to, to have a conversation with you and listen to your thoughts and what's on your mind. But the main focus is we want this community to just have fun. Just have fun. Let's teach each other and learn from each other, and and have a great time with each other rather than nickering and being greedy. And it's always everything's about me, and I'm the most important. And you guys get my drift. It's not always just about you. It's a give and take relationship between everybody. And the sooner you realize that it's a give and take relationship between so many different egos and attitudes, the more fun you're going to have and the less headaches. It's not that difficult. It's really a lot of less headaches and the more fun you're going to have. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it. Yeah, it's already 11:43. I went on a little bit longer. And guys, I apologize for going on a little rant, but I don't think I was out of line for saying what it is I had to say. And the only reason why I even touch these subjects is because the community does matter to me. A lot of effort and not just by me and Robert, but a lot of effort by you guys, you members and stuff. You guys put a lot of effort into this community being successful, as successful that it is. And but the main goal is let's keep it going and let's stay friends and look at each other positively, but mainly respect each other, and go into it every day. Go into the new day as to, hey, how can I have a fun day, rather than, okay, how can I have a miserable day? Because there are some people out there that, believe it or not, they wake up and they actually think really hard as to how they can have the most miserable day in their life. I don't. I wake up, I have my cup of coffee, and I'm like, thank you, Lord, for giving me the opportunity once again to enjoy this wonderful day. How can I make this day a good, productive, and happy day? Doesn't always turn out that way, but for the most part, because before I walk out the door, that's what I want. Usually it turns out to be a pretty decent, okay day because I wanted it to be a positive, okay day. So remember that, guys. Before you walk out the door, wish nothing but a great day upon you and also upon your family members because everybody deserves to have a good day. All right, guys, you all, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you coming by and spending time with us. I also want to thank Rich and also Danny, Cajun Hydroponics, for spending the time here with me on the panel. And every single one of you in the chat, you guys are great and wonderful. And until next time, you guys all stay safe. Bye, guys.